Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for today's video. I'm going to be updating you on my 24 and 24 plan to pan. So at the very end of 2023, I made a list of 24 makeup products that I wanted to finish in the year of 2024. And I'm going to tell you how we're doing. Spoiler, not well. I started the year off really strong, and the last time I updated you guys, I was at 8 out of 24 empties, which granted, that is about 1/3 of the products used up, and we were about 1/2 of the way through the year. But like, we were still doing pretty well. Like, that's decent. I have since only completed one other product that was on this list, meaning that we are at 9 out of 24 completed products. And we have a little over 3 months of the year left to complete the rest. I will say I have decluttered 4 of the products that were on this list, so there's technically only 20 eligible items. And I used to be really weird about like decluttering products that I planned to pan, but the older I've gotten and the more I have used my makeup collection, it just doesn't make sense to like use a product that I'm not loving when I have such a large collection of products that I do really like. So I decluttered 4 products and I'm perfectly fine with that. I do have one other product that also broke that is technically not eligible to be a completed item. So I guess we're at 9 out of 19, but like, I mean, even if I could finish 3 more products and get to half of my goal, I guess I would call that a success. The one thing I will say about this year is I do feel like I've done a better job than I have in years past of actually cycling through my makeup collection and getting more use out of more products in my collection. So I guess that is a positive. I'm rambling at this point. If you guys are interested in which products I have completed, which ones I think I can still potentially complete, and then which ones I feel like are just a lost cause, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, I apologize, I was incorrect in the introduction. I've decluttered 3 products and then I have 1 product that broke that I literally can't use. So we can talk about that first. It's the Natasha Denona Glow. I had a huge pan on this when I rolled this in, and I was hopeful that maybe I could finish this year, but I ended up dropping this and it shattered all over my floor with like dried crusty spaghetti noodles because I don't clean my floors enough. Personal problem that I'll deal with myself. No need to judge. Anyway, I wasn't gonna repress that and then like end up with like spaghetti sauce on my cheeks as my highlights. So I asked you guys in the comments and I feel like I got a mixed feedback. Some of you guys said to still include this in my year-end makeup empties, but just note that I didn't actually empty this out. And I think that feels most fair. I had used up maybe 1/3 to 1/2 of this product, but not enough to actually consider it like an actual empty. So this one is no longer eligible. Sad day. I want to know in the comments below though, if you are like heavily focused on panning and you have a product that you've been working on for a long time but maybe neglecting a little bit, and then something happens to it and you end up having to declutter it. So it's like the decision is like made for you. You're not physically making the decision to like quit. Let me know if that brings you a little bit of secret joy inside. Also, why do I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's like maybe it's the whole ensemble. I feel like a clown ninja. Like, I don't know what's happening with my like bronzer. Anyway, the other 3 products that I decluttered, I did declutter the NYX Born to Glow foundation. It used to be a favorite foundation of mine, one of the oldest in my collections. Just wasn't loving it anymore. It really settled into my forehead lines and made me think to myself every morning that I tried to wear it that like I really just needed to go get Botox really badly. So like, we don't need that. We don't need that kind of reminder in our lives on the daily from our makeup. Next up was the Stila Glittering Glow, which had just gotten so dry and crusty. As my daughter would say, it was crusty, dusty, and musty, I feel like she says. I tried to like salvage it. I tried to use it on my eyes. I would put a glitter glue down and then like lay that over top. There's just way too much glitter fallout. Like, even as I was applying it, I was getting glitter everywhere and I was just like, this is not worth it. I do still kind of want to pick up the Stila Glittering Glow in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, which I'm not sure if this video is going up before or after like that day, but I really want to pick up Wanderlust, which at half off, I feel like maybe I can justify the purchase. But Wanderlust is like the most beautiful glittery like cool tone champagne pink from what I remember. I loved that product, but at full price I don't think it's worth it. Might have to pick that up at half off though. And I'm also interested in picking up 1 or 2 more KVD Dazzle sticks. And then the third product that I decluttered was the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I used to love that product, and I was like, I need to finish this up. It really smelled like paint thinner, which I couldn't remember if it like always smelled like paint thinner, if that was a new situation. And I just didn't love using this. I love so many of my other cream and liquid bronzers so much more than that product. And it took me a while to just be okay with decluttering that, because it did used to be such a favorite product of mine. But eventually I just got to the point where I was like, this just, you know what? We can change our mind. We can love something one day and not love it the next. And that is okay. So I ultimately ended up decluttering that product. Now we can jump into a quick recap of the 8 products that I had finished prior to like starting the next 3 months at the halfway point of the year. So I had 2 bronzers already emptied out. Now granted, these both had pans in these bronzers going into the year. By the way, I feel like my fan just turned off, so if it's been a little bit noisy, I apologize. I have the Ilia Drawn In bronzer, which is complete, and then I also have the Tom Ford bronzer. It's so crazy that it feels like 2024 has literally flown by, but then I look at these products that I finished, and I'm like, I swear I finished these like 3 years ago. I also had my RCMA powder in my Laura Mercier container, and I did finish that powder off finally. I have the Revive face primer, which wasn't empty this year. The Kosas Revealer Concealer. Still makes me sad that both of my caps are broken, because I do really love this concealer and would purchase it again if there were updates made to their packaging. Both of my caps have broken, and then I ultimately end up having to like tape it, and it's the most annoying product ever to use. I also finished the Forget the Filler lipstick in Velvet. There will be multiple Forget the Filler empties in this year's makeup empties. The Merit foundation, I totally forgot I finished this up in general, but also this year. So happy to have that as an empty. That was definitely not a favorite. You guys, I was setting my makeup empties or my makeup products out for this video, and I was like, I cannot find my Ilia eyeliner, and then I realized that I had already set it aside. Okay, anyway, we're not quite through the empties. The 8th and final empty that I had prior to this was the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. I really liked this, using it consistently, but I do not think it's worth the $29. Okay, the one product, where is it? Oh my gosh, could I get my life together? The one and only product I have finished from the list in the last 3 months is my Fenty Beauty eyeshadow primer. This is the Pro Filter eyeshadow primer. I'm really happy this is an empty. It was definitely not a favorite eye primer of mine. I know a lot of people really love this one. It just did not work for me. Currently using the NARS Smudge Proof, but I'm definitely interested in trying the Sigma one. Regardless, that is the 9th empty off of the list. So now we can get into the 11 other products that I still hope to finish. Definitely not gonna finish all these. Maybe we can start with the ones that I still think are possibilities. So up first, I have the Nabla Radiant Plumping Primer. This is going in my Rolling Project 10 pan, so I am actively working on this in a project, and I should have finished this before the summer was over. I am using this just as like a body highlight rather than on the face, because I just don't love it on the face. I am confident I could finish this still before the end of the year, so hopefully that'll be an empty. Same thing goes for the Fenty Heat. I feel like I'll be really good about using this for like a week and a half, and then it like gets put back in my drawer and I don't think about it for a couple more months. So I definitely need to likely put this in a project to remind myself to use it, to encourage me to use it. It definitely is not the most painful lip plumping plumper or gloss, but it also is not the most comfortable. So it's not my favorite to use. I definitely wouldn't repurchase this one personally. It does give a really beautiful kind of like pouty popsicle lip look to the lip, so I do really like that. I still think I could finish this one. I also feel like I can finish, it's gonna be a push, but my Colourpop Barbie lip liner. This is in Golden Beach. I do need to sharpen this one again. I have been making valiant effort on this one this year. I have definitely grown an appreciation for lip liners this year, so I'm definitely reaching for lip liners more often. However, I have brought more lip liners into my collection, and in fact, Lawless recently sent me their entire lip liner line. So I just have a lot more options. So I definitely need to buckle down and focus on getting this one out. I definitely feel like I could still do it, but it is going to be a push. And the 4th product I think that I could and will finish up is my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I have such a big pan going in this powder. I keep putting off repressing it just because I hate repressing products personally. but I feel like we're kind of getting to the point where it's ready for a repress, and I'm super confident that this will be an empty before the end of the year. This has been like the powder that I've used all year to set my face. It has taken me like what will be basically the whole year to finish this up, which is wild to think about, but I am confident I can finish this one. This one is a maybe. This is the Ilia Dusk eyeliner. I feel like this is like the eyeliner that I don't know if oh yeah, I definitely don't know. That is how much I have left. I just feel like this is the eyeliner that just keeps eyelining. Like, I feel like I've used so much of this, but I also feel like it's kind of a stiffer formula, so it doesn't take a lot of product to actually line the eyes. It's a really beautiful dark brown. I do reach for a dark brown eyeliner most days, so I am reaching for this very frequently, but this is a maybe. I feel like it would be a stretch, even if I do use it like literally every day. Two products I do not think are going to be a success. We have the Milk Cream lipstick in the shade, sorry, the Milk lipstick in the shade Cream. This is how much I have left. I've like, have I even reached for this year? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't think, if I were to wear this every single day as both a lipstick and a cream blush, I genuinely don't think it would be an empty by the end of the year. So I don't think that's gonna be a success. And then I also have the NARS, I forget, that is it the Aftershine lipstick? Something like that, Afterglow. This is in the shade Breathless. This is the product all the way rolled down. I was planning to do a little bit more, like, I don't want to say a little bit more activities, like patio drinking this summer. I definitely was like very busy this summer, but I just never brought this with me, which shame on me. It's a really, really beautiful kind of like satin lipstick sort of situation. It's really pretty on the lips. It was very expensive, which is why I want to use this up, but I have not been reaching for this. And again, I think if I were to reach for this every single day as a lipstick, I still don't think I would be capable of finishing this by the end of the year. So I don't think that is going to be a success. Same thing goes for the NARS Sun-Kissed bronzer in Laguna. Even if I were to use this every single day as a cream bronzer, I do not think that I would be capable of finishing this. I will say this is currently going in my Rolling Project 10 pan, and I'm trying to just hit a pan. Even just hitting a pan in this, I would be happy, but I still do not think that I'm going to do that, just because there's like the product, like there's a lot of product in this project, or in this product. There's a lot of product in the product. And then I also have the Persona liquid lipstick in the shade OG. I actually do have this on my lips today, and I will say I've been pretty decent about reaching for this throughout the year. I've reached for this probably like 3 or 4 times in the last month, and I feel like every month I remind myself 1 or 2 times to reach for this. It's just so hard to say though, like where we're actually at. I do feel like if I swirl the product around, I am windowing maybe at about like, probably still like 2/3 of this product left. I swear I've reached for this so much, and it's such an old product in my collection, but it is a really beautiful just nude liquid lipstick. I do have this over a lip oil today, so if it's looking a little glossy, that's why. I will continue to remind myself to reach for this, but I'm not confident that this will be an empty. Regardless, this is something I would like to potentially try and pan early into 2025, just because it is getting so old in my collection. I will say my natural reach is for a lip oil or a lip gloss, not a lipstick or a liquid lipstick, so I do have to like actually make the effort to remind myself to use my lipsticks and my liquid lipsticks. But it is a really beautiful nude. Maybe I should try to wear this to work a little bit more frequently. I don't think we'll finish this by the end of the year, but you never know. And then the final product I cannot find right now. It is my Merit blush stick in the shade Beverly Hills. I am actively working on that. I have actually brought that traveling with me in August, and I just do not know where it is at this moment. I don't think that'll be an empty by the end of the year either, especially because I don't know, like once you get flushed with the packaging with Merit blushes, like is there product within the actual like component, or is it just like you're flushed with the packaging and then you're done? Even if it is just flush with the packaging and you're done, I still don't think it'll be an empty, just because of where I'm at and how many blushes I have and how I'm trying to rotate through my blush collection. Regardless, it is a really, really beautiful, natural, kind of like cool tone pink, but just like a light flush of color. It's a very beautiful cream blush, and I'm happy to bring it into next year with me as well. But after that, you guys, those are all of the products that were on my list of things to pan throughout the year of 2024. I would love to know if you had a list of of products that you are looking to pan this year and how you are doing. I hope you're doing better than me, but let a girl know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting me and my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.